All right, awesome. So right now we're looking at the video we just recorded. It's here in the timeline, right? So you can play it by hitting the space bar or just clicking this play button here. So I'm just going to click on it. And right now we are recording. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go up to the first PowerPoint slide. We'll click on this thing. Now it's showing it to us. And let's just go full screen with our PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to go up to where it says slideshow. Then let's go to play from start. Now, obviously, we don't want that whole section in our YouTube video, right? So again, this is me talking right now. I know it might confuse you because you just heard me talking in the video and you're like, did he just say that? No, that's the video playing, right? But we don't want that whole intro in there where I'm talking, right? We don't want this at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop it out. So what I can do is I can zoom in a little bit. You see down here, they got this little zoom bar. Let's zoom in a little bit so we can get a closer look at this thing. And we can move this thing around. So we can see that the video started right around here. Right? And right now I'm recording, so I could just walk people through this stuff. So let me just give a quick intro. I'll say something like this. Okay, so we want to cut all that out of it, right? Where does the video actually start at? Hey YouTubers, welcome to this video. So right now, all right, so we want our video to start right about there, right? Right where I said, hey YouTubers, welcome. That's where we want our video to start. All right, so we want to chop all that stuff out before this, right? So what you can do is you can use the trim tool. Now on a Mac, it's Shift-Command-T, and you'll see that it just split that up, right? If I zoom in here, you can see a little bit better. See how it chopped it? So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this whole beginning stuff out of it. So I'm just going to select this thing in the front, then delete. Hit the delete button. Now it's gone. Now we don't want this big blank space before it, so let's just click this and let's just drag it all the way to the beginning, right? So that way there's no big, blank gap in the video. So we just drag that thing to the start, and now let's play it to see if it's starting from the right spot. Hey YouTubers, welcome to this video. So right now I want to answer this big question I've been getting from a lot of my fans. Everyone's asking me right? So this looks great. So again, what you can do is if you made any mistakes in the video, you could just chop it out, right? All we have to do is if we go to a spot and we notice that, oh my gosh, I stuttered there, or I said, or I was like, yeah, if there's just things like that that you don't like, then go ahead and just chop it out. We can do Shift-Command-T, and then we could just chop it out. So here's another way to chop things out to make it pretty easy on here. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see things better. So now we split it right here, and let's say there's a mistake right on this thing. In fact, independent studies have so let's say if you don't want that in fact in there. So what we could do is we can grab right here. Do you see how it gives me that tool now? I can click it. And we can just, drag and edit that out. So all I'm doing is I'm just holding down the mouse button and I'm editing that part out right there. Now let me click on this thing and I'll just move it to the left. So now I no longer say in fact. Long time. Independent studies have shown that this lip stain lasts up to 4 times longer than every other lipstick on the market. So if you're tired, so let's say if we don't want this gap right here, well, let's just edit it out. The market. So we're going to do, let's just position it right about here. I'll do Shift-Command-T. Now let's split that up. And then what we can do is we can just move our mouse over this thing to where we get this tool. And then I'm just holding down the mouse and we can just edit the stuff out, right? Let's say we added all that out. We don't want it. Stop right about there. Then let's click it and we just move it over there, okay? That's how simple it is to edit things out. Very, very simple. Market of having to constantly. All right, so let's just go to the end here. Any new ones that I got coming up. We'll see. All right, so that's how easy. Okay, so we got this big long gap, and then I'm talking to you guys right here at the end. So we don't want that at the end. So what we can do is we can chop that whole end out. So let's go to the end of this clip. I'm going to click it. Then let's just edit all that out to right about there. Perfect. Right, so now we got a video. This is looking really awesome, you guys. And by the way, just wanted to mention this. With Camtasia, you could do some really cool stuff. Let me just give you a quick example here. You can add like arrows, you can add text magically appear on your screen. You can do all sorts of really cool stuff. But real quick, I'll just show you one of them. Is you can click on annotations. See where it says annotations? Then let's just add a arrow. So let's just click on the arrow one. And now we've got all these different arrows. Let's click on this arrow right there. And then it shows us this arrow. So now let's click on this arrow up on top. And we can just drag and drop it somewhere. How about right here? Right? And now it's got this arrow. Now if we want to make the arrow bigger, let me show you how to do it. Let's go over to the gear icon right there. And on the right. And then what we can do is we can make the width a lot bigger. Boom. You see how much bigger that thing just got? We can stretch this out. You can spin it around however the heck you want. We can move it right about here. Okay. Very cool. And then you see how on the timeline, you see this little blue bubble right there? So that's the arrow. So wherever we want the arrow to appear, we can just move it to it. So I'm just going to click it. Let's say we want the arrow to appear right. How about like we can have an arrow that points to that red bottle, right? So let's go, the red bottle comes in right about there. So let's put the arrow right about here. And then we can spin this thing around that way. Sure, why not? Okay. So let's see. When does the bottle come in? Right about there. And then look, do you see how I just put that blue box right here? Now let's hit space to see how that works. Everything that's going on with Sephora, I got lots of friends that absolutely go crazy about Sephora, and I'm just going to give you my honest review on it and what I think. So let's talk about this lip stain, and so you see how that arrow just appeared on there? Very cool. And check it out, we could even do some, effects on the arrow if we want to. Let's go to where it says transitions, click on that. And look, they'll show you these different transitions. You can do fly in, fly out, rotate. So that rotate one was cool. So let's click on the rotate. And you can see it right here. So the next one we're going to do is we're just going to click on that picture right there. And let's drag and drop that picture on top of the arrow. Okay. And now again, if you zoom down, you can see there's the effect right here. So it happens really quick. Now let's just play so you can see what it looks like. I'm just going to hit the space bar. I'm just going to give you my honest review on it and what I think. So let's talk about this lips. Boom. So did you see how that arrow just kind of flew in like that? Now, wasn't that cool? Now, if you want that special effect to last longer, well then you see that little blue bubble right here. Let's just click it. And then we can stretch that out to make it last longer. There we go. Okay, so now it's going to go super slow. Now let's try again. I'm going to hit space on it and what I think. So let's talk about this lip stain and let's find out more about how slow that was. So we don't want it that slow. We'll just keep it right about here. Let's play it and what I think. So let's talk about this lip stain and cool. So then look, we can go through this thing. And let's say we want to add a link down here for our website. So then let's go up to where it says annotations. Click on that. Then let's go to the A symbol here. And we got all these different options for the text. You can do these little cool talk bubbles if you want. But let's go to where it says ABC. Just click on that right there. And then let's just drag and drop the ABC. We're going to put it right here. Now let's select it. Okay. And again, if you don't see these features over here on the right, all you got to do is you click that little gear icon. And again, if you're on Windows, it might look a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same thing. Let's click on that gear icon. Then what we're going to do is we're going to change the font color. So let's put it to black. Okay. So what we could do is we can have it say our website here. So we could do something like SephoraGiftCard.com. And then we want to stretch this box out so that way everything could fit in there. So let me just make that wider. SephoraGiftCard.com. Boom. Right? So if we want to, we can just have this text always be at the bottom of the video. Right? So right now we have this thing set up to where the cool thing, you can go up to 48 hours without having to reapply new lip stain. Now that's cool. Now this lips text appears. So you see where this box is at? So as soon as this box shows up, the text appears, and as soon as this thing stops, the text disappears. So if we want though, we could always keep it at the bottom. So let's zoom out. I'm going to grab this little blue bubble here. We could put it up on top here. I'm just moving up on top. And then let's just stretch this thing out super big. So that way it's always on the bottom. So let's look here. I'll go on the timeline. You see how it always says Sephora gift card now? You see that? And then at the very end we can delete it so right about here we can get rid of it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Shift Command T to chop this thing in half. And then let's just select this second block here, and I'm just going to hit delete. So now that's gone, and let's hit the play bar, right? So, by the way, just because you are a loyal YouTube fan, I thought I'd hook you up with something special. Cool. Now, so you see that, you guys? We have just now created a really cool video that's simple. So now the next step is going to be to export it and just basically save it so that way you can put it on YouTube. Now, they've got a really cool feature here. If you go up to share, you could actually share this thing direct to YouTube, right? So that's simple. You can share it and they'll upload it to YouTube. Now, we don't have our YouTube channel and our account set up just yet. So right now you can hold off on that. But once you get your YouTube channel all set up and ready to go, you can easily upload videos to YouTube that quickly. But for now, what we're going to do, let's just go ahead and click on export. Then we can save this as Sephora gift card, and we're going to save it to our desktop, and then let's just go to export. And just sit back, give it a minute or two to finish. All right, so check it out. That's how simple it is to create a video. As you can see on my desktop, I got that video right here. It's done. So let me just open this to show you what it looks like. Boom. Let's go ahead and click the play button so I can just show it to you. Hey YouTubers, welcome to this video. So right now I want to answer this big question I've been getting from a lot of my fans. Everyone's asking me if Sephora's cream lip stain is actually worth it or if it's junk. So I thought I'd give you an honest review, and I'm a lipstick or a gift card. So anyways, now you can see how easy it is to create a video. And again, if you spend, a few minutes, you can actually make it look really cool, make the graphics look nice. I just wanted to show you how simple it is to get this out there. You can literally create your first video in a matter of a few minutes. So that about wraps up this video. I will see you in the next one.